What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage Puya here, and Afcon is underway still. Quarterfinals starting on Friday with some big boy PhD matchups, and I'm just so excited to keep watching Afcon. This tournament has been amazing. It is by far the greatest Afcon of all time. So much drama, so many shocks, so many surprises, and I am sad that it's coming to a close soon. The quarterfinals are going to get played. All of a sudden, the semis will be done, and then come a week and a half from now, I think the final will be played, and we're going to be back to just European football. No more international tournaments because Asia Cup and Afcon both end on the same weekend. So enjoy it while it lasts, guys. Enjoy it while it lasts, especially this one because this one has been so crazy. I'm a little salty though. In America, they don't show any coverage unless you pay $70 a month for some service. They don't show coverage of Afcon. So I've been watching Afcon solely on Twitter streams. So show some respect to me. Show some respect. But in this video, we're going to go over my quarterfinal predictions if I didn't mention that already. And before that, we're going to look at how I predicted those round of 16 games to happen. Because let me tell you something, I got some wrong. Don't get me wrong. No one's perfect. We're humans. But I got some very ballsy predictions correct. And I'm very proud of that. As someone who's not an AFCON expert, I'm very proud of that. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Yeah, here is how I predicted the round of 16 games to end. So these are the quarterfinal matchups I had based on what I thought the round of 16 would end up like. So as you see, let's start from the top left side. I got the Nigeria and Angola predictions spot on. Nigeria ended up beating Cameroon. Angola ended up smashing Namibia. I think it was 3 or 4-0. Very impressive. Cape Verde squeezing by Mauritania. I got that prediction right. First, one of the shocks of the round of 16, Morocco getting dumped out by South Africa, a team I will admit, South Africa, a team I disrespected in my group stage predictions video. I disrespected South Africa, and now I am respecting South Africa. I believe in the power of South Africa. Okay, context, South Africa is on a huge roll in terms of sports. They just won the Rugby World Cup. They just had their first UFC, if you know what the UFC is, they just got their first UFC champion. And now they're making this insane run in AFCON. South Africa fans, the country of South Africa, I'm sorry for disrespecting you guys. Over the top right hand of the screen, I predicted Mali to beat Burkina Faso. I think I got the score prediction right too. I think I said 2-1, and they ended up winning what? 2-1. And then the next big shock, the other big shock, Cote d'Ivoire dumping Senegal out. And I'm so proud of this prediction because I told you guys, Cote d'Ivoire, with the power of home nation tax and the power of AFCON behind them, they ended up dismantling Senegal, beating them 1-0 and squeezing through. Beating them on penalties. My apologies. Beating them on penalties. And I just feel so smart. I feel like such a smart ass for getting that prediction right. I'm taking credit. I'm taking all credit for that. If anything, Cote d'Ivoire fans, you got to credit me with that win. I put that win out there in existence, and that's why it happened. I'm taking credit for Ivory Coast win against Senegal. And into the bottom right end of the screen, I predicted the battle of the mid, Egypt versus Congo, the two teams that drew all their group stage games. And I said in my predictions video, guys, I literally said this. Do not be surprised if the two teams that drew all their group stage games end up playing to draw and going to extra time. Guess what happened? They went into extra time. They drew 1-1 in normal time, and they ended up going to penalties. I think I predicted Congo to win 2-1 in extra time, but they ended up going to penalties. I'm taking a lot of credit for that prediction too. I'm proud of that prediction. Exactly. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. I feel like a smartass. I'm feeling like I letting my balls hang a little because my football knowledge was looking peak, seeing all these matches play out. And in the end, Equatorial Guinea also was not strong. I predicted Equatorial Guinea to beat Guinea in the end. They did not take care of their chances. They should have beat Guinea if they took their chances like they were earlier in their tournament. And in the end, they went home ruining the chances that they missed. Guinea took their chance very last second of the game to take the quarterfinal spot. And now let's get into my quarterfinal predictions. So here is, by the way, this is how the round of 16 ended up. These are our quarterfinal matchups. Nigeria, Angola. First match, Starting on the left side, guys. Nigeria versus Angola. Now, this is the one I've thought about the most. I am still 50-50 on this, but if I have to choose now, I think I don't know. Here, this is why I'm 50-50 because Angola is such a tough team to beat. These guys do not lose. They have only 2 losses since 2021. Two. They either draw or win. They're a difficult team to beat. And in knockout stage football, that is a very strong trait to have. To have the ability to just not lose somehow is very strong. And in their last game, they dumped 4 goals past Namibia. 4. Their attacking force is running wild. Their defense is strong. In Nigeria, sure, their performance against Cameroon was impressive. Ademola Lookman with 2 goals. Impressive performance from them. But do they have the power to take down this? Angola is like an immovable object. They just can't lose. They're tough to beat. Can Nigeria, do they have enough power to take down Angola? Because from the Nigerian mindset, this is Nigeria's best chance to win their first Afcon in a very long time. With all the favorites knocked out, for the first time in Afcon history where all the favorites have been knocked out. This is Nigeria's chance. And I think in the end, Nigeria will have just enough to beat Angola. I think this is going to be a cagey, tough match. Nigeria is going to push. Angola is going to stand firm. Guys like Mabalulu on Angola are going to threaten the Nigeria net. But I do think in the end, Nigeria, this is a golden opportunity. I think Ademola Lookman with his 2 goals is getting into form in this tournament. Osimhen has been playing all right. He just hasn't been putting away his chances. I think Nigeria, in the end, is going to scrape. They are going to scrape a 2-1 victory against Angola in their round of 16 matchup. On to the next game, Cape Verde versus South Africa. Cape Verde, I showed my love to Cape Verde during this tournament. I told you guys in the beginning, do not sleep on Cape Verde. These guys got some talent. I mean, Cape Verde's team is basically all Portuguese. They're African, right? But they're basically all Portuguese descending players. That's why I believed in this team so much. They have the quality, but I'm sorry, I think this is where the road ends. South Africa I just think there's a wave happening in South Africa right now. There's a power in this South African team that will lead them to another spectacular performance against Cape Verde. I'm telling you, the fact that they just won the Rugby World Cup as a nation, the fact that they just got their first UFC champion, and the fact that they're having this crazy Afcon run now, at least it's crazy to me because I disrespected them coming into the tournament. I think this is where Cape Verde's run ends. I think South Africa is going to have another impressive performance. This will be a close game. I think all of these quarterfinal games will be close. But in the end, I think South Africa is going to win this game 2-1 in extra time. Attacking power of Cape Verde against South Africa, a well-oiled unit this tournament. I think South Africa will take the win 2-1 to head into the semifinals against a massive game against Nigeria. Right side of the screen, Mali versus Cote d'Ivoire. I'm sorry, Mali, they just haven't impressed me this tournament. They're in the quarterfinals, but I'm sorry, I'm just not impressed with Mali. I really am not. And don't get me wrong, Ivory Coast, based on their group stage, unimpressive. In their game against Senegal, very impressive. Very impressive performance. And I told you guys, the power of home nation tax is going to kick in and carry this Ivory Coast team in this knockout stages. And that's exactly what I think is going to happen here. I think this is probably going to be the least closest game of these quarterfinal matches. And I think Cote d'Ivoire is going to end up winning this game 3-1 against Mali to go into the semifinals as the home nation with the home crowd behind them in their packed stadium every single time. And in the bottom right hand corner, Guinea versus Congo. This is also one I thought about a lot. Congo, they are tough to beat this tournament. Guinea were not impressive. Equatorial Guinea outplayed Guinea. Let's be real. Equatorial Guinea outplayed Guinea, and I think Congo, with the momentum they get off beating Egypt, the record champions of Afcon, and the fact that Guinea just have not been impressive. They were battered. They were the worst team in the game against Equatorial Guinea. I think Congo's going to take their fire, take it to Guinea, And I think in the end, they will beat Guinea by a score of 1-0. It's going to be close, but I think Congo is going into this game with more momentum, better form, and they will win the game. This will be your semifinal matchups. Nigeria in a massive, massive, massive game against South Africa, and Cote d'Ivoire, after starting the tournament so terribly, I believe they will be in a semifinal against Congo, and those two games will decide who will play in the final of the Afcon, in the greatest Afcon of all time, 100%. This is the greatest Afcon of all time. And the champion of this tournament is going to have a huge bragging right saying, we won the most entertaining and greatest Afcon of all time. It'll be a nice little bragging right to add next to that beautiful Afcon trophy. So, if you made this far into the video, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Give me your predictions in the comments if you're watching, please. I want to know what you guys think. And remember, I am not an Afcon expert. I'm an Afcon idiot. I don't know much about the African Federation. I'm just a football fan in learning. But I do know one thing for sure is that this is the greatest Afcon of all time. Everyone's saying it, and I believe them. So much drama. There will be more to come. I guarantee you, not all my predictions will be correct, and there will be some shocks. And I just can't wait, guys. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. This has been Hokage Puya. Peace.